former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate. Miesha, happy to have you here. You'll be fighting Saturday here in New York against Raquel Pennington. What can we expect from you on Saturday?
Just one hell of a performance. Like, this is a career-defining moment for me, so I just want to get back in there and I want to have the fight of my life. Performance of my life, yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you would like at some point to get one more shot at Ronda Rousey, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I want to get past this fight with Raquel. I definitely don't want to overlook her, you know, but looking at the long goal picture of my career, you know, short-term Raquel, long-term, win that fight and get another rematch with Rousey, you know, whether she's the champion or not, but I still want to get back to that belt too, so.
So from a distance, what's your take on where Ronda's head is now after she took a long time off after getting obviously rocked and shocked by Holly Holm?
That's a wonderful question. You know, I can't really speak for Rousey because I don't know what's going on. I know that I don't identify with that. I know when I have lost the fight, anytime I want to get right back in there. That's why I'm right back in here now. So I can't say what she is or isn't thinking, but that's the big X factor. That's the question, isn't it? You know, what are we going to get?
Were you surprised at how she just sort of spiraled down after that fight? And there was even talk that she had thoughts of suicide?
Yeah, a little bit. It was kind of a little bit like, what's going on, you know? But that's just what makes the whole thing questionable. You know, is she really coming back because she really wants to? Or what's going on in that mind of hers? You know, what kind of mind frame, what kind of fighter are we going to get back? UFC 207 makes you wonder.
Maybe she spent a little too much time making movies as opposed to getting ready for that fight?
Oh, now you're just trying to get me to talk trash, aren't you? You're baiting me. You're baiting me. I'm on to you.
Shannon, Sharpe, one of the greatest trash talkers of all time.
I'm just sitting here minding my business. But you can answer the question if you like.
Yes, you could.
Okay. You know, to each his own. She had a wonderful career up until that loss, you know, so we'll see what she comes back with, you know. You can't say, I mean, you can win or lose any fight, you know. I can't say that I spent too much time making movies before my last loss, so I can't attribute it to that, you know. So, I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes it happens.
If I saw you walking down the street and not walking in the octagon, I was like, okay, that's an attractive lady. But you punch people in the face for a living. How did you get from this to there?
Life is about balance, you know.
Whoa, balance.
Yeah, you know, it's like I got to be really sweet and nice half the time, and then the other time it's like in the cage I'm in there kicking butt. So.
Okay, you were Pennington's coach on UFC. So does that give you a little insight into strength, weaknesses, give you a better opportunity, you think, that you can exploit some things?
You know, you might think so, but the thing is it was a while ago. You know, it was at least a couple years ago, so I imagine that she's evolved and changed, and, you know, she also learned little bits of things about my game, but I've also evolved and changed. Fighters change between fights, much less years of fights. So, you know, I got to expect the unexpected. I can't assume that I know everything about Raquel, you know. So I'm kind of preparing still for the, you know, what you can't expect.
So when you were training her, did you teach her everything she knows, or did you teach her everything you know?
That's a good question, you know. We spent about 8 weeks with the athletes, so they come with us like already kind of mostly have their tools. So we try to play into whatever strengths they already have.
Okay.
If that answers your question. Yeah.
So now Ronda Rousey is going to have to deal with a woman you know pretty well in Amanda Nunes, and you weren't able to deal with her the last time. What did you learn from that fight about Amanda? Just what's her style?
She's very aggressive. If there's anyone that can match Rousey's pace in the first round, it's Amanda, absolutely. And she hits really, really hard, so, I mean, she's got a lot going for her. She also has some judo, and she has a great, you know, she's a black belt on the ground, so she's very well-rounded, and I think she poses a problem, you know, for anybody.
What would you like to have done differently in that fight?
Not get hit in the face.
See?
That would have been great. No, I just got caught with a really solid right hand right off the bat, and it just kind of took me out of the fight. You know, I tried to stay in there. I tried to do everything that I could to survive that round and get into the second, but I didn't make it. So, you know, I can't dwell on it. I have a fight coming up, then that's going to be my first step towards redemption and that track back to the title.
Would you expect Ronda's going to have a hard time with Amanda?
Every other word out of his mouth is Ronda.
This is how you build up the fights.
Right. No, so would I expect that she's going to have a hard time? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't think this is going to be a walkthrough by any means, and I would not be surprised if she does not win this fight, but I hope that whatever happens, that she doesn't retire afterwards.
Do you not like talking about Ronda? What is it about Ronda that rubs you the wrong way?
Well, it might be a shorter list of what doesn't.
Okay, just give us the top two.
You know, we're just so different, and we've always butted heads in our career. You know, I am thankful for her to have her as a rival because I think it's done great things for our career. But at the end of the day, it's just, you know, I have this fight to focus on, and I really don't want to be focusing on Rousey. You know, I understand everybody else wants to know what I think, but I just want to talk about Raquel and UFC 205 because that's where my mindset is. And, you know, Rousey is a goal in the distant future, but not right now.
Would you be okay talking about Conor McGregor?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Oh, you like him, huh?
Well, he's great. You know, he's wonderful for the sport. He's he's a mastermind, you know? He really is. He's
Really,
a great athlete.
mastermind?
I think
Because?
so. I just think he's wonderful at selling the fights. I think he's
Well.
very creative in how he does everything, and he's also a really spectacular athlete, so what can you say, you know? Puts on great fights.
Are you going to develop that repertoire of trash talking?
No, I wouldn't be able to carry it as well as Conor would. I would be, like, stumbling over my words. Like, he's so witty. He's got it down pat. I'll leave that to him. I'll just continue fighting on all of his cards.
So what's your take on the hypothetical potential of a fight between Conor and Floyd Mayweather Jr. if they just boxed?
I mean, I would be watching, that's
Yes.
for sure, you know. But you got to think that, I mean, as amazing as Conor is at his striking and everything, you still have to think that, you know, we're talking about a multiple world champion, one of the best boxers of all time that's specialized in his sport, specifically for what he does. You have to think that...
Can you speak into that mic? Because I need him to hear this, because he keeps talking about Conor McGregor could beat Floyd Mayweather in
I didn't
boxing.
say beat. I said could hang in there for 12 rounds.
Oh,
me
well,
couldn't.
you know, I don't know, man. I think that boxing, you just can't compare. It's like apples and oranges. You know, as great as Conor looks, he is still fighting, MMA fighters where there's a different style. You're going to put him in a totally different arena and totally different realm. But I would watch it. I mean, you would watch it too. You
Absolutely,
would watch it. You watch it. Everybody would watch it.
Because I want to I would watch the fight, but I need to be with him.
Right.
Because when Floyd starts raining them haymakers down on him, and he's like looking away like that, like, oh, look at it, watch it. I want you to watch it.
You know what Conor would say about those quote-unquote haymakers? Is that all you got, Floyd? Because I don't think Floyd has a lot. He's almost 40 years old. He hasn't knocked anybody out in about a decade.
You see how disrespectful he is?
Well, I'm just telling the truth. Seriously.
Well,
I think Conor could just hang in. Do I think he has the skill to box I don't. But is Conor a tough guy with a good chin?
You think you'd make it all 12 rounds?
Yeah, I do. Because I
You don't think that, do you?
I don't know, man. You know, it's one of those things, like...
Is it the punch? Is it the punch that you don't see, or the intensity of the punch that hurts the most?
I just think like the movement and footwork and all that stuff that Mayweather has down so pat. I don't know if Conor would really be able to touch Mayweather. You know what I mean? That's what I
She
think.
in the fight game, she said touch. She didn't say hit, she said touch it.
I get that part.
I don't know.
But,
Maybe
but
he's an
again,
expert.
Floyd's like a pillow fighter. He just doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah,
He has no punching power.
Maybe he could hang in there for, maybe
Yeah.
maybe he'd hang in there, but I still think that Floyd would win.